I'm Max Boot, and I'm a columnist for the Washington Post, a fellow at the Council on Foreign Relations, and a commentator for CNN. And in terms of what drew me to journalism, I think it's just interest in the world and a desire to write and to try to explain the world and to write. I mean, that's really something I've been doing my whole life, and it's I'm just I feel very blessed that I'm able to make a living by writing and speaking about current events and history, the subjects that I would be most interested in anyway.
Would you agree that these are crazy times that we're in right now?
These are certainly politically the craziest times I've seen, and I'm 50 years old, so I've seen a fair number of things since 1969 and never seen anything like this. This is bonkers, and every day is crazier than the next.
In a nutshell, how would you describe what the country's facing right now and the world?
Well, I think the country and the world are facing a challenge to democratic norms and practices, the likes of which we have not seen for decades. I think there was an assumption in the 1990s that democracy would be triumphant, and now you see kind of illiberal, autocratic figures arising from the Philippines to Poland and to the White House itself. And I think this is the greatest period of adversity for democracy that we've seen since the end of the Cold War. And so I think that's the big picture. And all across the West, in all these democracies, you see these populists who are preying on people's fears and challenging kind of political conventions in ways that are badly undermining democracy, especially in countries like Hungary or the Philippines, and even to a lesser extent here, I would say.
So do you have a solution in mind for how we can get rid of those negative mindsets and plow forward with virtue and integrity?
Well, I mean, I'm not a Democrat, but I think it's important to elect Democrats in 2020 because I am concerned about the way that Donald Trump has redefined the Republican Party and his image. It's not a party I recognize, having been a lifelong Republican up until 2016. So I think it's incredibly important that we get Donald Trump out of the White House, because I think he's done an awful lot of damage already and will do far more if he is reelected. Now, that's Trump by himself is not going to change the trajectory of all of democracy across the world, but I do think it is incredibly important to have in the White House, in the most powerful position in the world, somebody who speaks up for rather than undermines liberal democratic norms.
What do you say to the people that say that Trump has done more change than a lot of his predecessors and he's getting a lot of things done? And what do you say to those people that really believe in him?
Well, I don't see him getting a lot done. I mean, the big thing that he's gotten done is he is presiding over an expanding economy, which he inherited from President Obama, and I'll give him credit that he has not messed that up. But certainly the economy is not his creation. It wasn't Obama's creation either. It's really the result of countless millions of Americans working hard. I mean, if you are a Republican, you're probably happy that he's also appointed a lot of conservative judges and that he's also been very pro-Israel in his orientation. There are things that he's done that I applaud. I just think that the cost is not worth it because, the racism, the locking kids in cages, alienating our allies, praising dictators, all those things I think far outweigh the benefits of whatever he has done. That is correct.
Okay, is there anything you would want to add or get on camera for people before you sit back down?
No, I mean, just stay involved in politics. I mean, I think politics matters more than it has in my lifetime. It's incredibly crucial, and I think the 2020 election will be, I mean, it's kind of a cliche, but I think it really will be the most important in our lifetime.
Okay, even more than 2016 was?
Even more than 2016, because, Trump's election once can be written off as a fluke, but twice will be a very powerful statement. So we need to be very mindful of what that says about America and what it says to the world about what kind of country we are.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.